Hi. Knife painting again. I do need to do these things and the acrylics so that I get my enthusiasm back from watercolours. So I'm fortunate that I'm set up to do acrylics, oil now, or oil knife paintings. I don't want to use the brush for the oils. 3 knives. I've got 2 are very similar, but I'll use that one. Can you see that? Right, okay. And this one is a very good scraping off knife, but good for good broad strokes. So I'm going to try and use that one. Fabriano on a watercolour, old watercolour. I've primed it with both sides, but with one clear coat of dilute PVA glue as a varnish or as a primer, and I've gone over with that colour, with burnt sienna, the wash of that. And if you can just about see, I'm going to do a coastal scene of a memory of Watergate Bay with a big rock in the middle, which rather sums up Watergate Bay. It's a wonderful Cornish coast, North Cornwall. Been there many times, painted it many times, or my version of it anyway. I'm using a very limited palette of, I'll take it down, I'll try to remember to come up again, this is a big problem. Big double white. These are Winton colours, not Winsor and Newton, 200ml tubes of it. Excellent value, and if you're interested in this sort of painting, they would take quite a while to dry, a few days to dry. I used them without any primer, or without any mixer, straight out of the tube. Grantham's Art Discount are doing these at £7.95 or something. Very, very good price. So I've got white. I don't get anything from Grantham's. Just Grantham. They supply me with all the, and Stephen Cronin with the Fabriano. And we've got yellow ochre. And coming across, we've got ultramarine, burnt umber, and burnt sienna. So we can say we've got a red in the burnt sienna. It's a lovely colour, and it mixes with these Winton student qualities. It mixes very well with the blue, or the burnt sienna mixes wonderfully with the ultramarine. I'm going to use the burnt umber mainly to make a grey for my sky. So I'm going to go in with a bit of light. So big daub of burnt umber. I can't show you everything, so I'm going to start dark and I'm going to work to light, and I'm going to work from top to bottom. It's quite a large piece of paper, well, after what I have been doing. It's 15 inches by 11. Now when you go from one colour to your pile of colour, just clean your knife, otherwise you'll sully your mix or your white. So I'm going to put a nice big block of white in there. I'll show you this one, but I want it on the slightly blue side rather than warmer umber colour. But this will make a nice dark. It's probably be the darkest I go on the sky. And I'm going to try and do it fairly thin rather than great big thick impasto strokes. Right, there's my mix. Yeah. That's mixed with ultramarine, burnt umber and a good slug of white. There we go. Okay. Right, let's go in with that. We'll start at the top. It's a very cold day again today. We've had days of frosty starts. If you put it on fairly thin, it's easier to go over it with other colours without it causing mayhem. But you want your knife marks to show. See, this knife covers quite quickly. Okay. Now, if you haven't already, and you're enjoying these nice painting demos, go and look on Google for Catherine Williams. He died 10 years ago. He was quite old. He was in the late 80s. Lived on Anglesey, which is the beautiful island off the northwest coast, across the Menai Strait. Sort of links to Snowdonia. And he painted with a knife and was hugely successful. I'm going to put lighter colour up here. Now let's just take off some of that. Right, I think we've got enough dark, maybe my cliffs coming down here and this the distant hills of the Cornish coast, a couple of little islands. Right, I'm going to start modifying now with some lighter colour. But I'm using all that grey, but I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to use it all. I'm going to use some in the sea. So let's it's going to be more drab than anything. So what I'm trying to do here is to create an overall impression, but try to keep the thing fresh. You can merge. Big cloud coming across here. Well, and as we go down to the horizon, we can add a little bit of ochre, just to warm up. I don't want the ground colour to show through. No, let's go really like this right here. It's really good fun to do, but can be frustrating, especially when you get your fingers in it. How are we doing that? That's looking right. Now we'll add a bit more white. I've put out far too much paint. But the paints are very old now. Some of these tunes must be 20 years old or 15 years old from previous life. A little bit of ochre in there. When I used to use them for my Venice paintings, you can buy one colour called Griffin Titanium White. We can buy all the whole range. It's an artist quality white, but because it contains alkyd resin, it dries, and because you mix it with so many of the other colours, it helps to dry them as well. But I've run out and I'm too mean to buy it at the moment. It all costs. So I'm just using up what I've been using for years. I'm trying to just keep all the colours separate from each other. Let's just come down here with more darker there. That's over the cliffs, the distant cliffs. And down to the horizon. I want that dark. No, I can't see. It's very dark and dingy. I don't really want to put a light on because I'm under a north facing light anyway. Let's see if we can just get the nice streaky strokes here. Can go a little bit lighter over there, over this cliff. Now we'll come over there, and if I paint that thin there, I can go into it with my cliff. That's when I'm sort of ready. Right, okay, clean my brush. All I've done is use that one. My cliff is coming down here, but I just clean that up a bit. And we'll put a bit of light, touch of ochre. Let's put it there. Right. Now, I'm just going to zoom you out a little bit. I've got all my sky in there. That's better. Okay. Well, I need some more dark in there. I've gone a bit too light there. So if I can change that light against a bit of darker shadowy cloud. Okay. Right, I'm going to mix a bit of darker blue, darker cliff colour now. So I have a bit more blue and a bit of burnt sienna, I think. Still very distant. I'm going to use a different knife now. But I want it blue on the blue side to give the impression of distance. Right, okay, that's whoops. Not really showing up, is it? So I'll make it a bit darker. Plenty of blue in the mix. That's level or horizontal. Alright, okay, that'll do. There's some, these are little islands. I don't know whether they show up or not. But they will, when I, hopefully when I put the light C in. clean. Just scrape some of that off now. Because I'm going to put in my seed, but maybe I'll, yeah, that's all right. Right, load of white and sky colour and a touch of ochre, just a little bit. Now, when you do this with a brush, you've got to merge your sky in with the sea. You don't want it as a demarcation line. Bring your sky into your sea. That's all right. And your sea into the sky. Once we get away from that horizon, I'll be okay, I think. And we put some other colours in there. Now coming down to my rocks that I'm going to put in. Let's just these don't take very long, do they? But just a little bit of variety, show the ripples. There was a bit of sand there under that. We don't want white, but we want light. Showing that cloud break. I'm loosely basing this on the style on a Catherine Williams. Okay, that's all right. We're going to do these rocks in a minute. We're going to get the real biggie rock. I'm going to put some reflection in that. I'm going to do that other cliff there, this big cliff. So we'll put a bit of green, so ochre and blue. not using black or lemon yellow, I'm just using the ochre. I want this to be drab. We'll start there and come down. We can put in some dark. Oh, this is delicious. Bit of a grey. As we came down. Don't make it too regular, leave something for the viewer to put in. In other words, don't let the picture do all the talking. So you can almost model the rocks, but don't overdo it. Don't you wish you were doing this? You'll be going out buying paint. Okay, that's sort of a high tide. Right, now we're going to go mad with some of these rocks. Sienna, burnt umber, ultramarine. We can counter change quite nicely. Using the greys now, mixed with the warmer colours. This showing through there, doesn't matter. How we do it? Right. Get some nice these strokes to be bold. Maybe I didn't put out too much paint. Green. Now coming into the shadow. Once we've got the paint on, we can try to make these look more realistic. Some ochre grey. A bit dark there. just get the paint on. Then start doing modelling. Let's just fill that in now. Looking forward to seeing this in the mount. Well, I hope you all had a good weekend with friends, family. I'm going to put a bit of water in there, I think. Bit of rock ball. More paper. This can be very messy, like that. I just so I've got an apron across my knees here, just in case. Let's just make a bit of shape there. Oh, I'm quite liking this. Right, I don't really splash in my ears. Suppose we could just... Oh, the easel's collapsed. Oh dear. Oh dear. This happened earlier. I don't know why. It gave way. Right. Sorry about that. Cool, that could have been messy, couldn't it? Alright, where's my little knife? I lost my knife now. Got it. Bit of paper, I just fold it in four thicknesses. I was just going to flick up. Going to go up into that. Oops. Just have to clean your knife every time you do it. Don't put it back in the water. Oh, that'll do. Let's put a bit of shadow, bit of ripple. It goes up into this inlet in here. Okay. I reckon with the light mount on that, just make sure your fingers are clean. And then around the mess. No, I haven't wasted a lot of paint. There's a bit I'm not happy with that bit there. Let's have a bit of. That's it, I'll do. Right, bit of masking tape across the top little margin where I haven't painted. Put that there. Take my new clips from Wilkinson's. They were quite expensive. I can't remember, probably about £1.50 or something. Very cheap, might have been even less. Right, just in case, I'll put a little bit on there, and a little bit on there, and get the light out. I really need to try and get rid of that. They're too small. I've got to put a big one on. So I can't find it. That's that one. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I should have sorted this out before. I'll put this one on. And when I take it off, when I photographed it, I'll just clean up the edge. It'll make a mark. Right, let's. Try not to smudge. Ah! Couple down the bottom. Let's use the other one. And one there. Well, there we are, the Cornish coast. I don't really want to put any yellow ochre in there, but that's what it is, a knife painting of a memory of the Cornish coast around Watergate Bay at high tide. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.